Talk to me about breathing, because I was listening to you recently, I think talking to Joe Rogan about how a lot of us are breathing from the upper chest and like almost the head area, which is
even worse. A lot of people inhale through the mouth breathing.
Okay.
That puts you in a chronic panic state because the natural breathing of any infant when first born is nasal breathing, right? Diaphragmatic. So you're using the lower lobes of the lungs. There's 2 lobes on one side and 3 lobes on the other side. And a lot of people are only using a very small portion of the lungs, usually upper chest. That puts you in a chronic stress state because the upper part of the lungs is for dire emergencies only. That's fight or flight stuff.
Okay.
So they're basically bathing in these negative stress hormones all day.
You're telling your brain all day you're in a
you're
panic
in stress.
state.
You're in this hypervigilant state.
Right.
People are moody. They don't understand why they're tired all the time. They don't understand why it's so hard to lose weight, because it also puts you into fat storage mode because your body's perceiving even just your breathing as some sort of an emergency. People don't understand why they're real fussy or they snap, because they're stressed. So once you learn how to inhale through the nose and use the lower lobes of the lung, you go into a calm state. And a lot of people, when they train, they just go silly buggers. It's all mouth, panic breathing, upper chest. It creates, you become over-adrenalized.
Right.
When I train, I try to stay as calm as I can, Brian. I try to stay super calm and just use the lower lobes of the lungs and try to not become adrenalized. You're going to get the negative stress hormones anyway from the stress of the workout, but you try to minimize it. You know who used to breathe like this a lot? The Gracies. The Gracie family knew how to breathe.
Right. Hickson,
Hoy, they all knew. I used to really think, they used to make some strange sounds sometimes when you'd spar.
Like what?
Keeping the diaphragm soft.
While they're sparring, while they're rolling jiu-jitsu.
A constant exhalation going. Okay. No tension in the body. No tension in the body at all. I taught Hoyler Gracie his first kettlebells, and I was trying to teach him some tension exercises. And he was laughing because we had to drop down to a 12. Now Hoyler, he could kick my ass with probably one hand. This guy is, 4 or 5-time world Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion, 4-time Abu Dhabi submission wrestling champ. There's no doubt that this guy is strong. You can feel it. He got that mat strength.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the requisite strength for handling kettlebells. And it was funny. He was laughing. He said, Steve, all my life, I tried to avoid tension. He said, this is really hard for me. So I had to go down to some pretty light weights to get him over the learning curve, the hump.
Right.
But that's what I'm talking about. When those guys would wrestle, what kept them so flexible, mobile, and relaxed was the breath work.
Okay. And
they weren't gulping, gasping, mouth breathing, panic breathing. There's a particular noise that people make. It's a partial glottal closure. It sounds like this.
Yeah.
It's called a Valsalva sink. Very dangerous, very harmful. It literally shaves years off the end of your life because of the type of stress that it creates in your body. And you get all this tension and stress.
And people do that when they train hard, or they do that when they're
when
stressed?
They roll hard, when
Right.
they lift weights, when they run. Man, I had this chiropractor send me a videotape of him doing kettlebell swings. I just did it as a little test. I just wanted to see what he was doing. Oh, it was just so horrible. I couldn't watch it.
Because of the breathing was so
I had to take him off the
strained.
kettlebell swings for a while.
Right.
We've been working on breath now for a few weeks. I'm going to turn him back onto the kettlebell swings, but man, I had to get that breath under control. Just all the gasping and gulping.
And do you think Hickson and Hoist learned that from Elio, or do you think they just learned it by rolling jiu-jitsu with other guys and they just copied that? Or do you think they were... To watch the rest of this fascinating interview, click on the link below and go to londonrealacademy.com. There you can sign in with your social media, log in and watch the rest of the episode for free, along with all of our episodes on London Real, my webinars, and all of our premium content, all located over at londonrealacademy.com. So click on the link below, you'll be directed there and you can watch the rest of this fascinating interview, and I'll see you there.